Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Today we will commence the 16th chapter, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam. This chapter also, comparatively to other many chapters, is small chapter only. What is the need of Bhagavan Shri Krishna continuing his teaching with this chapter? In fact, 13th, 14th, 15th chapters are the ultimate teaching of the Vedas, the essence of the Upanishads, the Brahma Jnana Atma Bodha has done. But Arjuna didn't ask any question, and Arjuna not said, I understood, I am satisfied, I am fulfilled, as he is going to tell in the 18th chapter in the end. Not only that, the reason Bhagavan wants to continue this chapter of telling the good virtues and the bad virtues, the values, the divine qualities and the demonic qualities. In fact, for this Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam, the foundation made in the 9th chapter itself. Adi Shankara Bhagavan mentions in his Bhashyam, referring to that 9th chapter, the Shloka number 12 and the 13th, Bhagavan used these words there. But Krishna, Lord Krishna, not enumerated there. Therefore, he may thought that the elaboration of those qualities are required, because those qualities are divine qualities, are the qualification for the spiritual journey, and they will help to grow in the spiritual path. On the other side, the demonic qualities, they makes the person to fall down. For his downfall, they will be the cause. Therefore, let us recollect the shlokas told in the 9th chapter. There Bhagavan mentioned, Moghasha mogha karmanam karmanaha moghagnana vichetasah rakshasi masurim chaiva prakrutim mohinim sritah mahatmanastu mam pardha daivim prakrutim ashritah. So the three words are brought out very clearly in these two shlokas. That is, Asurim Rakshasim Prakrutim, and other side Daivim Prakrutim. That means Daivi Gunas. What is the simple meaning of this shloka? Let us recollect it. The people who are very much interested and caught up only in the Veda Purva Bhaga, that is the Karma Kanda. And Veda Purva Karma Kanda is also called, in fact, Dharma Kanda. That's why the author of the Purvamimamsa Sutrakarar, Jaimani Rishi, starts his writing with the Athato Dharma Jignasa. So, dharma is needed first for the person in order to attain the Brahman. But Veda Anta Bhaga, later portion, which is called Gnana Kanda or Brahma Kanda, for that Vyasa Bhagavan wrote the Brahma Sutras. He starts the Brahma Sutras with Athatho Brahma Jignasa. So the person should have in the life beginning Dharma Jignasa. But how long, how far? We should know that also. And through that Dharma, practice of Dharma or Karma Kanda, slowly our heart should get purified, should become free from the obstacles, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, etc., etc. And in the Dharma Kanda or Karma Kanda itself, the God aspect also introduced, the divine power behind this entire world, and the divine power should be worshipped. So, by worshipping the divine power, the Lord, in any form in the beginning, Saguna Sakara, the mind will get the concentration. So, these two steps are, that is Karma Kanda plus Upasana Kanda, are enumerated, given as the disciplines, and through that you continue your materialistic life, but by following the Dharma. And then see that in course of time, gradually, whether your mind is purified or not, and do you have the concentration of the mind through your devotion. So with these two qualifications of purity and concentration, now you are eligible to enter into the Gnana Kanda, which is the final step. So this is the purpose. But when the people are, once they start doing the Karma Kanda and expecting and asking the Lord, different gods, and to fulfill their desires, and particularly the Karma Kanda and Upasana, through that all they want higher pleasures, higher worlds, because the pleasure and the happiness or whatever they are getting here, it is not enough for them. Therefore, they will become a moghashaha. That is what says in the 9th chapter word. That means wasteful. Vridha ashaha ashishaha yesham te moghashaha. Wasteful means what? They will bind the person and brings him back to the again and again to this relative world, the cycle of birth and death and birth and death. So therefore, your karma kanda, your practice of dharma should not bind us. In fact, But majority, the people who are not understanding or listening to the later portion of the Vedas, the teaching of the Lord, this Bhagavad Gita, so therefore they are becoming moghashaha, and because of that wasteful, uncontrolled, illegitimate desires, even though they follow the dharma one side, they many are not adharmic, but still in that they never say enough of it. So therefore, mogha karmana. Then therefore they will keep on do the karmas, and those karmas also which binds them, because karma gives the result of punya and papa, and because of that punya papa they have to take a birth again in any form of body, and in that body again they have to spend that karma phala, and while spending that again they won't realize that why should I have more desires and keep on ask something. Why can't I say that put this full stop to my desires? And there is anything higher than this phenomenal world, and again coming and taking the birth and again dying? Therefore, they never think of that. Such a people, even though they do dharmic karmas like this Agnihotra Yaga, all these things, Shankara writes, Agnihotraadini taihi anushtiyamanani karmani tani cha tesham bhagavat paribhavat. They were not interested to gain the Lord, to become one with the Lord. That means the Lord is in fact staying in our heart as our soul or the Chaitanyam. So Swatma Bhutasya Avajnanat Moghani eva nishphalani. See, very important statement. If your karma and your upasana not helping to recognize the divinity presented in your heart and recognize that, and you give up your individuality or the ego feeling, if that is not helping, and your karma and upasana are not helping to know this, then Bhagavan Shankara writes, Nishphalani karmani. They are all mere waste. Waste in sense, you never become free from the samsara. You will keep on search for the peace, happiness and security, whether you are in this world or in any other world. Unless otherwise, you give up and drop your individuality and identify yourself with the divinity and become one with it. So for that, you need some maturity, some gnana, knowledge is required. How the Jiva and Ishvara are one and the same, whether this Jiva is really exist or not. So for all that, you need to inquire. For inquiry, you need a special kind of mind. That special kind of mind, intellect, should contain with the number of divine qualities. Without the divine sattvic positive qualities, you cannot walk in the path of the spirituality. In fact, who desires the truth? Who is the seeker? So, who want to be free from the sorrow, first of all? I don't want to get any sorrow, misery. Secondly, the one who knows that it is possible to become free from the sorrow only through the knowledge. The knowledge about the Brahman or the truth, my real essential nature. And this knowledge is only possible by studying the Shastra, by approaching the Guru, a competent teacher. Therefore, he is called seeker. Now, but these moghashaha, moghakarmanaha, and because of that, they have the knowledge. They have the knowledge of the Shastra, they were all Panditas maybe, and they know how to perform the different yajna, yagas, karmas, and all that. But that tatha mogha gnanaha. This gnanam also not giving the completeness or the fulfillment in their life. Completeness, fulfillment not coming after the death somewhere in the heaven or in the Pitruloka or somewhere. No. Shastra Vedanta doesn't accept that posthumous result of the phalam, but it should be now and here. The completeness, purnatvam, and nirankusha truptihi, atyantika dukkha nivrittihi, ananda praptihi. All this should come for me now and here. If you want to get now and here, you have to drop the moha gnana. Mogha means useless, false, which makes you to only be in the relative existence. So, nishphala gnanaha, their knowledge, their studies of either Vedas or the worldly knowledge, all that, nishphalameva, that is also useless. If my knowledge, my studies, my degrees, my scholarship, if that is not removing my misery, if that is not giving the fearlessness to me, if that is not giving the completeness, fulfillment to me, then what is the use of them? Therefore, this is what Krishna said in the 9th chapter, and we can call these people Rakshasim, Asurim, Prakrutim, Mohinim, Shritaha. They were overpowered by these negative tendencies or the negative qualities which are called in two names. One is Rakshasi and Asurim, because the two padas words are Bhagavan used here again. Therefore, what is Rakshasa? Rakshasa is he because of whom the other beings, other living beings, human beings, they were all afraid and want to protect themselves from this fellow. If any person creating a fear and make the people to run away, such a person is called Rakshasa. Just for a word fun, Sakshara is educated. Akshara means education, knowledge. Sakshara, endowed with the knowledge. But the person having the knowledge, but that knowledge is used only for the destruction of the creation and destruction of himself only. that person is called, if you read this Sakshara in a reverse order, it becomes Rakshasa. That is a educated idiot. Rakshasa is the Rakshasa is he who is um, cruel, but little better than the Rakshasa is Asura. How this word is derived? Asura, Asushu Ramante iti Asuraha. The person who is indulge attitude in the sensual pleasures. His goal of life, aim of life is only sensual pleasures. For that sake, he also behaves cruelly, he also kills others or disturb others, and anything he will do. So his aim is his comfort and his pleasures and happiness. So for that, he can do any adharma. So altogether, these Rakshasa or Asura are adharmic people. Now, when these words of Asura, Rakshasa are used, don't imagine that what we have saw in the cinemas and the description in the Puranas and all that. If Rakshasa means or Asura, he should have a big two horns on the head, like a Mahishasura, and should have a big teeth, and he should be looking very dark, and all this is only a story imaginary of that. Maybe in one yuga such a people may be there, but you can't see anybody now anywhere like that. Then what is the use of studying this about the Rakshasa and Asura? Let me tell you, now also in the same dignified, decorated, well-dressed human body also, these two Rakshasas and Asuras are there. The get-up and setup may be different. Now take the Rakshasa guna, all these gundas, perverted mind, torturing nature. Or you can take these terrorists or the Naxals. This is a perverted mind. Their brains were washed. Therefore, you can see Rakshasas now also. They don't care and bother about what they want to do for their own opinion. They kill hundreds of people. And still, if you see Asuras, all the materialistic people, majority in the world around us, if you see, most of them are materialistic people. They are materialistically religious or religiously materialistic, but they never become religiously spiritualistic. Very rare. So the shift we must understand, you be a religious first, and through the religion you grow out of the religion, and the religion is meant for the spiritual upliftment, not to make you a fearful person, not to control the mass. Generally, religions are working in the world to control the mass. They create a fear psychosis in you. So, millions will become a okay, pray for that. Therefore, Asuraha Asushu Ramante, most materialistic attitude. How much I can get, how much I can enjoy in any way, by cheating others, by telling the lies, by deceiving others, but I should get more. Now, if you see today also in the news, I heard every day, all of you see how this Asuri Gunam, all the market, in the market business, one after another, one company want to dominate other company. But in their race of dominating others and earning, getting more and millions and millions, you dharmically you work and do that and get millions, nothing wrong in it. But the news today tells that all the diluted, okay, duplicate milk, duplicate paneer, and duplicate curds, all are made by the chemicals. They know very well that if people consume this, their health will definitely will get spoiled. But they won't bother. They won't bother. Who are all doing this, they were all materialistically well educated. They born in a maybe some good cultured families also. But when the money comes, when his life and his prestige and his name and fame, and he the more selfish when he becomes, he forgets the all the dharma and he violates the dharma. Therefore, in this way, one side the people are running behind the only sensual pleasures. They are called asuraha. I want to earn more and more. I want to save more and more. I want to accumulate more fixed properties and farmhouses and everything to my grandchildren also. Is it necessary that much to struggle and go in a wrong way for that? Maybe you earned in a good way also, but where is your mind now? What is your age now? Can you focus, can't you change your focus of attention of the mind towards the God and the self-realization in search of truth? No, they never come, they never do. But until the death, they were only holding on to that. And they themselves feel that they are very successful people. That's why Mogha Gnanaha, Mogha Karmanaha. Most of the so-called good people, they think themselves good people. They were also dharmic. But unless your lifestyle has not changed after your retirement or before retirement, if you are not taking up according to the Shastra's prescription, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha and sannyasa, and varna ashrama dharma not understood, but only in the name of the religion you are caught up in something or other. Something or other. And because of this abhimana, narrow-mindedness, limited thinking, then you do all wrong things. They were called asuraha, rakshasaha. So this adulteration in the whole market, we don't know that which is real and which is unreal. So there many things are coming like that day by day. Therefore, it is asura guna. And Bhagavan says, but other side, Arjuna, Mahatmanastu mam pardha daivim prakritimashridaha. And other side, the Mahatmas means who is endowed with the divine sattvic gunas. Bhagavan is going to enumerate that. I am just giving an introduction to that, why Lord Krishna started this particular chapter now and enumerating a lot. Now, let us think little more about this background for this chapter. Now, with this understanding, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in Viveka Chudamani, Vedanta is a medicine. I mean, Gnana Kanda, Gnanam is the medicine to get relieved from this samsara. But if that medicine, as like in the medical field of olden days or now or any time, along with the medicine, even that Ayurvedic doctor or any doctor gives some restrictions, that is called patyam. Vaidyar gives the medicine, Vaidyam, but along with that he prescribes and says that sampatyam, these things you should avoid. Like that, if the Vedanta medicine to work well to you, you must follow the Dharma Shastra Patyam. Dharma Shastra means, Dharma means Dharma only. The righteous way of thinking, living and talking. All the three. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. In this way, we need to understand how Dharma, the values are important. For these values word, Swami Dayananda Saraswati used to tell a beautiful sentence. A value is a value when the value is valued by you. It should be practiced by individual. Therefore, we need Daivi Sampat. This Daivi Sampat, not new, actually Bhagavan talked in between here and there. Even in the 13th chapter, 20 qualities Bhagavan told. In somewhere is 5-point program, in somewhere 3-point program. Like this, now and then, here and there, even in the Bhakti Yoga chapter also, all those are called the internal makeup of the mind, the mental makeup, the quality of the mind. So, all the Daivi Sampatti is very much essential. Without the Daivi Sampat, what spoken in the yoga, in the names of Yama Niyamas, or what is spoken in the beginning of the Vedanta Tattva Bodha, or like that, in every text of Vedanta, rudimentary, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti are nothing but the Daivi Sampatti. Sampat means, treasure, wealth. So, a seeker of the truth must have this treasure, wealth. It is not an outside treasure of cash or jewels, nothing. The inner qualities of the mind, quality of the mind. Highly essential. Therefore, even in the end, to enter into the kingdom of the Lord through the bhakti, Lord wants, puts all these conditions only. If you want to claim yourself as my devotee, you don't give anything to me. I don't expect anything from you. I don't ask anything from you. But if at all you want to be a devotee of me, you should have these qualities. What he told in the 12th chapter, amanitvam, madambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, rajyavam, all those are going to repeat it here again. Why these things are repeated almost in every adhyaya in a brief way or little elaborated way? Remember that if a person wants to assimilate this knowledge of the Brahman, the truth, the mind preparation, the quality of the mind is very, very essential. But what generally people we do, this moghasha, mogha karmanaha, mogha gnanaha people, they never give importance to this daivi sampatti. And they imagine themselves and they have good qualities and they are good people. No, you must match and compare with what scripture says, what Lord Krishna says. If we don't have all these qualities, don't feel bad, but develop it. We can develop it, no? Overnight, all those qualities may not come in us, but in a course of time, when you are associated with the Sat Sangha, Mahatmas, and listen to the Shastra and give importance to change yourself. That is more important. Please remember, after told the highest knowledge in a very simple and easy manner in the 15th chapter, that the teaching is over. But why Bhagavan now is going to talk in 16th chapter, in 17th chapter, many things like again? Because this preparation is very, very essential. Therefore, let us not imagine ourselves that I am a religious person, I am a good person, I do some good things and all that, I help others. That's all okay. Therefore, that goody goodness cannot help you to grow spiritually, to reach to discover the truth. You need 100% strong these divine qualities. So that is the reason Bhagavan introducing here. And generally our relationship with the divinity, divine or God, Shastra says there are from three angles the Suddhata should be there. Sambandha, it should be pure. One is Adi Bhautika Sambandha, that is our, see, the parents are the main resource or the source of producing the child. If the parents' pedigree is not proper, that Adi Bhautika Shuddhata is lost. It is essential. And the second one is Adi Daivika Shuddhi. When we talk about the Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, all these things, what exactly in simple way to say that we are under the control of the Ishvara, under the shelter of the Ishvara. Therefore, that Ishvara Bhavana, we are taken care by, we are guided by the higher power that starts first in the families from the Kula Devata, Kula Guru, and Ishta Devata of the family. So we must give importance to them. But All that through those giving the importance and depending on the Ishvara's anugraha, then only we can easily shift into the spiritual path without getting lost the way. Then finally, adhyatmika suddhata. That is this only. My mind, whenever, whatever I do in this world, because everybody has to do some actions. Whatever I do, everything is I do by remembering the Lord and for the sake of the Lord. Otherwise, to say in a simple way again, Ishwararpana buddhya karyam kuryat. Ishwararpana buddhya. And Ishwara prasada buddhya phalam svikarya. Okay? And that is called karma yoga. So these three kinds of Shuddhata, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika and Adi Daivika we should have. Then only we can grow. Therefore, the importance of this dharma is told so much. Then, generally, why this sattvam in the antakaranam is not staying strongly? Because of antakarana is not pure. When that antakarana becomes a dvesha pradhana or raga pradhana or moha pradhana, either because of the aversion domination or because of the uh, liking domination, raga attachment domination, or because of the delusion is dominating. So because of that, our thought, word and deed are not synchronizing. Now, before entering to this first shloka, one more thing I would like to say. Daivi sampatti is called moksha sampatti. Asuri sampatti is called bandha dukkha sampatti. Moksha sampatti means ananda sampatti. Therefore, whether you have lots of money and riches and all that, it doesn't matter. Bhagavata says that nirdhanaha api dhanavan eva. If you have the devotion and great belief or the dependence on the Lord and the strong desire, mumukshutvam, for the truth, to seek the truth, then you are the richest person. You are the richest person. That's why even with simple things, minimum things, you will be able to live happily. Happily. So let us life should be content, simple living and high thinking. Now all this based on what? Dharma. Dharma word in Mahabharata class time and in many places, in many ways, dharanat iti dharma. Dharma palayate prajam. Dharma guides the people. Dharma is the basic principle. Out of the four Purusharthas also, that's why the Dharma is kept in the first and foremost Dharma. By being a dharmic person, righteous person, dharmically, you earn the money, you earn for your life, livelihood, exist for your existence, and dharmically you can enjoy. So Shastra never denies or says that you should have to have money at all. Shastra never says everybody now immediately takes sannyasa. No. Whether you have taken a ashrama sannyasa or not, but antarika sannyasa you can take wherever you are, whenever you want, if you have the capacity. So altogether, you need a readiness to accept and take this path and these things. Readiness is required. Then afterwards, you develop that ability also. How can I practice all these things? So for that, the only way is Guru and Shastra. Follow the Guru who teaches the Shastra and listen sincerely and assimilate, then you establish in the truth. So dharma, dharma. The whole Mahabharata talks about the to establish dharma only through many stories. Many stories. So generally, everybody knows what is good and what is bad. Everybody knows. Educated knows, uneducated knows. But educated becomes the more worst and the uh, dangerous person to the creation, to the fellow human beings. Uneducated are not that much a problem to the fellow beings or to the dharma, but well educated, the so-called educated people are only becoming more hindrance to the dharma. So Lord, naturally, Lord means the one name to the Lord is called dharma. The another name to the dharma is called Lord. Therefore, let us grow out of this small petty thinking, narrow mindedness, only living for my sake and for my stomach. You do that, but same time you serve. So in your heart have the devotion and the knowledge, and in the world you work with everybody with love, devotion. Just we are here to serve others. Why they are there like that, why she is like that, why he is like that. Don't waste your time and energy to think of the others. You be in your, you correct yourself first, live to the core, and you see that will have the good effect on the others also. But instead of that, if you keep on expect only from others rather than you serve and give, then there will be a problem. So this expectation comes because of why? Why? Because of your desires are unlimited. You have too many desires, too much expectations, too many expectations. Therefore, there is one beautiful shloka about the dharma which comes in the Mahabharata only. After that, we will enter into the first shloka. The shloka says, Dharma esha hato hanti, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, tasmat dharmo na hantavyaha, mano dharmo hato vadhit. In this one half sentence, you all maybe feel familiar. This dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, the slogan used in this emblem of the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, they write in that emblem, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. But this shloka is a part of this full shloka of the Mahabharata. What it says, whoever violate the dharma will punish them. Dharma will, it is a natural law. the law and order of this universe. The whole universe is moving, running with a systematic laws, universal laws. In any way you think. Therefore, I told in the in Mahabharata class, in this world, there is, in the universe, in the cosmos, there is no chaos. In the cosmos, there is no chaos. The chaos feeling, all that is there in our mind only. Nothing happens erratically, unnecessarily in this cosmos, the function of the cosmos. That is called dharma, to understand in a broad way. Therefore, that dharma is universal. That is, God Himself is that dharma. Therefore, if dharma eva ataha anti, dharma, if you violate, here ataha means if you kill the dharma, means violate the dharma, that dharma will kill you. Kill you means what? Punish you. Therefore, if any kind of punishment or suffering coming to you, remember that all your own adharmic actions only coming in the form of that suffering. That's it. And therefore, dharma rakshati, the dharma will protect a person who follows and protect the dharma. How to protect the dharma? By following the dharma, you are protecting dharma. Or by supporting the followers of dharma, you are protecting the dharma. Therefore, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha means whoever protects the dharma. How you protect the dharma? By following only. Then automatically it will protect you. Therefore, let us pray. Let us say that tasma, therefore, let us not violate the dharma. This is what Mahabharata teaches us. So many episodes, so many episodes. Let us not violate the dharma. Let us not kill the dharma. Let us not go against the dharma. And same way, let the dharma also should not punish us. This is a prayer. Tasmad dharmo nahantavyaha mano dharmo ato avadid. Let us dharma never punish us, and we also never violate the dharma. That is dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. And in this way, this crux of this coming shlokas and the importance of this teaching, we must keep in the mind and study. Now here, let us start the shloka number 1. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धि ज्ञानयोग्यव्यवस्थितिः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जवम्. Shloka number 1 to 3, Bhagavan continuously enumerating 26 Daivic qualities, divine qualities. Here, divine means don't think that Devatas only have that qualities. This teaching is not for Devatas. This teaching is meant for the human beings. This teaching is meant for not meant for any animals. We need not teach anything to them because they are all perfectly behaving according to the universal laws. the only being, creature on the earth, violate the cosmic laws and the dharma is the human being. What a tragedy. Therefore, the Vyasa Bhagavan or the Shastra has to speak a lot and keep on emphasis and tell and again the dharma. Mahabharata is a dharma shastra. And then finally it teaches about the moksha shastra, also moksham. But in between, uh, innumerable stories, characters, natures, and personalities. Therefore, these qualities are meant for human being, because human being only needs the dharma because he is only having the free will. Why human being is not? Because in any animal, other living being, they cannot work for the further spiritual upliftment in that particular body. We told this point before also. They can exhaust only their punya papas. They cannot increase or decrease or do anything. They have to go through it. But human body, while going through his punya papa and sukha dukkhas, there is a free will for him to become divine. Animal life, by itself with effort, it cannot become a human. If it has got the previous janmas karmas only, that punya karmas again in between give the chance to get the human body. But in human body, human beings only have this choice of the human being can become divine being. Therefore, the discussion of the divine qualities. So 26 in at a stretch, Bhagavan is going to talk, and we need to take one word in detail. Just for to start, the first, you can put the numbers and count yourself later. Abhayam. The first divine quality is fearlessness. Abhiruta. Fearlessness it doesn't mean carelessness. Terrorist also doesn't have fear. If he has the fear, how he can become a suicide bomber? The Naxalite very well know that if any encounter happens, the police or army will shoot at him. He also doesn't have fear. So that is not. And that small baby child doesn't have any fear. Therefore, it will go and touch the fire also. Therefore, each and every point here, what Bhagavan enumerating, we must think in a very, very sensitive, in a right way. So this abhaya also, there is a positive fear and there is a negative fear. Positive fear is required, and negative fear is a created fear by imagination created by the human beings. Positive fear is what? To protect myself if any danger is there, if any fire is there, fire accident is there, or any poisonous snake is there, any cruel wild animal comes, I should feel frightened and I should try to escape, run. Unless otherwise you have the fear, you won't do that. Then you will lose your life. Then it becomes a foolishness. Because the child is very innocent, it doesn't know anything, it touches the fire also, it doesn't know. But when we grown up, after become a well-thinking person, you must have the discrimination. So positive fear is required. I will tell a small traditional incident and conclude. Once the teacher, Vedanta teacher, taught to his students about the Brahman, Sarvam Brahmamayam. Whatever you see, everything is Brahman only, nothing else. There is no second. One day, this point, this student took it in a sincere way. And when he is going one day through one village or one forest like that, one elephant coming running. On the elephant, there is a person also who taming that elephant. But that elephant has become intoxicated, madam, overpowered by the madam, intoxicated. Then it is doing havoc and going fast and like that. Then the person who sitting on the uh, elephant told this student who is the person coming in front, go away, go away. This elephant got intoxicated. It may hit you. Don't come near. Go away. But this student who heard from his teacher, Sarvam Brahmamayam, and he stood like that. He said, Brahman, I am also Brahman. Then that elephant with its trunk just throwed him side. He went and fall somewhere and broken his legs and hands. Then later somehow reached to the teacher, and the teacher asked, what happened? Sir, you only told that everything is Brahman. When I am going, while I am going, one elephant came running and he hitted me, and then I got broken my legs and hands. You fool! Why you stood and stand in front of that intoxicated elephant? Because it is Brahman. This is not the way to understand, my dear. On the top of the elephant, one person sitting, and he told clearly, go away, go away. And if the elephant is Brahman, and that person who is sitting on the elephant also is Brahman or not, but that person Brahman told that don't come near, why you didn't listen? This is called foolishness, utter foolishness. Story, we may laugh at it, but in real life we will keep on analyze, we will see and understand. Therefore, let us think each and every point, analyze slowly, and let practice in our life from today onwards, now onwards. So we'll conclude here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.